sent me a long email. Yeah, I mean, it was like, not I'm too busy, but... Hey buddy, are you at the nail salon already or not? Hello. Can you do me a favor? Can you send me the phone number for the electrical inspector for the nail salon?
I'll send you his and also send you the freebie one.
Awesome. Perfect. Okay, thank you so much. See you. Charity 1, Apollo, 0.5.
Finish recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Hey Paul, this is Brad with Home Love Construction. I'm calling to see if we can do a view specs rough electrical inspection for permit number 19 Bravo 17933. So Charity talked to the electrical people because you know they stopped all in-person inspections in Vasco. So Charity called them yesterday and said that they said that the only person you can call to schedule these is Paul Cameron, the chief electrical inspector. All right, I'll just keep calling him then, because I've called this guy like 4 times. My house's Wi-Fi isn't working, so I'm trying to go out to my truck. They're just taking it as a joke. They're taking it as time off. They don't want to do anything. What I'm thinking is, if we take a shit ton of pictures, me and Rich both, and we get an engineer after the fact to write a letter about the framing and the electrical, the only 2 things we haven't had inspected. Alrighty, thank you. Dude, this is fucking stupid.
It's gonna be like this, man. No, it's gonna be tough.
It's all counterfeit stuff. So on Saturday. So a couple things were wrong. It was done with wood, it wasn't done to code, and just generally it was totally jacked up. So we had to come in here and tear out everything that they did, and then we did all of this, which I'll show you here. We did a bunch of framing, a bunch of plumbing, a bunch of electrical, stuff like that, and it looks really nice. We're working on inspections today. See if I can make him a co-host.
I'm here.
There we go.
There he is.
Cool.
And then over where you see the red, these are all parking lots for the VA, government parking lots, right? I'll be very honest with you. My budget is not these other people's budget, right? So I'm a small businessman, but it's the people that I'm working with.
All right, bro.
Thank you.
I was worried because I was like, I went to see, what was it, the one on Selkie Court where John's working today?
Yeah, Pat.
I just want to go see it. And I was like, shit, what if these people get coronavirus and they die before they can pay us? I was like, fuck. The real considerations of running a business, the stuff they don't teach you about. I was at the Tampa Convention Center a couple weeks ago and I saw a, what was it? A convention going on that was called Black, Brown, and College Bound. And I was literally just like, what if we, like, I can't even say it. You know what I'm going to say.
I'll blur it out.
Just the inverse of it, with just, instead of black, brown, just put, what if you just put white and Caucasian? Or just white and, like, fair-skinned and college bound? Like, what? How would that be received? I don't think it would be received very well.
Are you going to die?
Well, I don't want to get hit by a car.
Oh, you'll be all good.
Look, I can survive coronavirus. I can't survive getting hit by a car. Okay. All right. Hey, what up? It's Tampa Brad, and I want to admit something today. I created coronavirus. Look at where the opportunities are. Think about what you can do to add value during this time. Add disproportionate value. Start creating content. Start putting your message out there and use it as the greatest opportunity, which is what it really is. It really is the greatest opportunity we have seen, definitely since 2008, maybe in our entire lifetimes. So use this as what it is, a massive opportunity, and see what happens. Appreciate your attention. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.
You probably shouldn't say that this is an illness that you should, like, I don't know, you're like, oh, I don't have any symptoms. I'm feeling fine. There's not really a health impact. I don't think that's the safest thing to say.
Why?
Because every other World Health, like the World Health Organization, all these other institutes are saying otherwise.
What are they saying?
They're saying that this is a deadly disease that you shouldn't, that it can spread.
How deadly?
That it's killing 20% of, or 18% of people over 60.
So I'm very interested to see the statistics after this comes out of whether this disease is more lethal than cancer.
No. Well, I'd like to see that too. But
I'd love to see that because we don't scream and shout about cancer.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, we do.
We just accept it. No, we don't. People fucking, I bet if I look around this house, I can find something coated in Teflon which is proven to give you cancer.
Well, of course, like, we don't, like, quarantine ourselves, but...
Why not? We know it's going to kill us.
Because it's not contagious. All I'm saying is that I don't think it's the safest way to just say, well, you shouldn't really worry about it because it's something we should be worried about because, what is it, we're up to like 14,000 confirmed cases, and I can guarantee for each of those 14,000 people, there's 2 other people that don't know they have it.
Yeah, so there's a difference between worrying about it and taking it seriously.
So
I take it super seriously, but I'm not going to worry about it. I don't think you should worry about it. I think that worrying about it, if anything, will increase your chances of getting it because that worry is going to release cortisol in your body, which is going to reduce your immune system's ability to buffer against.
And then Brad got the text, he got $1 million. So what I was saying was, you get tested, you get positive, the responsible thing to do is to stay home. If you stay home, you can't work. You can't work.
You can't.
Well, not everyone has the opportunity to work from home.
Well, I guess, yeah, if you don't have an internet connection, you can't work from home.
I mean, in the job they currently have.
Well, that's a different story. I'm not saying in the job you currently have.
So, like, you're thinking that, like, everyone should just become influencers and eBay flippers, or?
No. There's tons of ways to add value. Like, many, many, many ways to add value.
What do you mean by add value?
So money follows value. If you are in some way positively impacting one person in a big way or many people in a small way, that's how you get money.
So how would you do that? Like, let's say Brad Bashan tomorrow is I don't know, like a fast food worker, and he just said, hey, I don't have any. I just got tested, I have to stay home. What do I do?
Great question.
What does Brad Bashan do to make money?
Yeah. So, well, I mean, that's probably not necessarily fair to ask me because I've done things like made money from online before. Mm-hmm. But the first thing that I would do is probably get a loan or a credit card, and then I would start listing things cross-platform on different sites and taking advantage of arbitrage of pricing. So I would like find things on either eBay or Amazon and list them on the other platform. Dude, it is what it is.
The best way I can figure this out.
But being frustrated about it isn't going to ever fix it.
So the best way I can like explain this to you is an SNL sketch during the shutdown that happened, like the longest 40-day shutdown.
The government shutdown?
The government shutdown.
Okay.
They did like a Fox News sketch.
Earlier this week, you said that you didn't understand why furloughed government workers needed food assistance because they could just, quote, take out low-interest loans instead.
Right. Well, that was silly of me. I simply meant that there are other ways of getting money. Like, they could have liquidated some of their stocks or sold one of their paintings. I mean, even if they sold a lesser Picasso, that's still gonna get you through a week or two of yacht maintenance.
I still think that comes across as insensitive to people living paycheck to paycheck.
No. All I meant was that we all have to make sacrifices in times of hardship. For example, instead of going out to dinner, you could open a restaurant in your house. Maybe I do sleep in one of the cocoons from the movie Cocoon. But that doesn't mean I live in a bubble. I live in a cocoon.
Yada yada yada. Just sell your paintings and it'll be okay.
Yeah, but that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, I'm just echoing the reality of the situation, which is to say, in situations like this, and all of life in general, either you adapt or you suffer the consequences of not adapting. If I really want to say what I really want to say, I would say you adapt or you die, but it's a little harsh. All right. Hey, what up? It's Tampa Brad, back at you with law number 34 of the 48 Laws of Power. Law number 34 is, I need to read it because it's a long one. Be royal in your own fashion. Act like a king and be treated like one. Peace.
Thank you for that.
If you like being quarantined, hit the subscribe button and be quarantined with me for the next 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, 120 days, maybe eternity. Maybe we just never go outside again. Back to Windows. All right. Appreciate you watching. Hit the subscribe button if you're not already. See you in the next video. Peace.